or boost my confidence. Pak Mahmud is recording us. Yeah, so it's very variety answer actually, but
from the students, how many informants do you have?
At the moment, Pak Dion suggested me to find a student that is at least 17 years old, because in my course actually we have many students under 17, but then I will have to ask the consent letter from their parents. So to make it a bit easier for me, I have to find a student 17 above. And at the moment, 17 above is only 9 students, ma'am.
9 students. Okay, good luck for your research, Bu Arme and Pak Mahmud.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, can we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The last topic is about developing knowledge, skills, and awareness and in teaching. Actually, you can read later on for the materials. The first thing is the concept of a good teaching. And actually, you can see here, it is based on 2009. The nature of what we mean by competence or skill in teaching is not always easy to define. We cannot say that the teacher is competent enough or skillful enough to teach the students, because the conception of good teaching differ from culture to culture. It is according to SUI. And in my opinion, that's true, because every people have different opinion, different perspective about a good teacher. How about you, Bu Armeda? How do you think about a good teacher or a good teaching? How can we call a teacher has a good competence, or a teacher is a skilled teacher? How can we say that? Arme, how do you
a good teaching in general, yeah, not necessarily only in English study.
In general.
In my opinion, I think good teaching is when the students can grasp the knowledge from the teacher, and willing to ask more is a good teaching. So when we convey our lesson to the student, or one of the objective of the lesson, and they are interested and they ask for more, I mean, like become curious, then I think it's a good teaching.
Okay, thank you, Bu Arme. What you have said just now is like this one. The teacher may be viewed as facilitator. Here, the students may encourage to question and challenge what the teacher says. It means that how the teacher can make the students more active, more enthusiastic to study. The clue is the students ask questions and response to the teacher. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it, yeah, Bu Armeda.
Yeah.
And that's for the other culture. What culture do you think is this?
What culture? The one that I say?
Yes.
I think about culture. I think it's more than Western culture, ma'am.
More than Western culture.
Western, yes. Well, at the moment, Indonesia also try to create more teacher that is facilitate the student to be more curious. Yeah, but during my time when I was learning, Actually, the teacher doesn't really want to know if I understand or not. They just continue the lesson straight away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, that's like the first one, this one, yeah. So in some cultures, a good teacher is one who controls and directs learners and who maintains a respectful distance between the teacher and the learners. Teaching is viewed as the teacher control and the directed process. It means that the teacher as the controller. All of the activities in the classroom based on the instruction from the teacher. This is the first view that said a good teacher is the teacher become the controller. And the second view, the teacher as the facilitator.
Okay.
Nah, okay. And then the way a person teaches reflect his or her cultural background and personal history. For this reason, the teaching is sometimes said to be situated and can only be understood within particular context. Okay, later on, after this explanation, I will give you 3 questions related to these materials, and you need to answer the questions via Google Class, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Later on. Okay. Bu Rislindawati, welcome to our lesson. Wait, yeah, for your presentation, I will explain some material first. Okay, Bu Linda. Okay, next, acquiring practical classroom skills. Actually, there are some skills that should be mastered by the teacher. The first one is planning and delivering lessons to address specific language skill and system. There are some skills and aspects that should be learned by the students. This is focus on teaching English, yeah. For example, grammar, vocabulary, reading, speaking, and writing, and many other skills, many other aspects like listening. What else? Yeah. And then the second one, using effective learning arrangement. This is about classroom management. A skilled teacher should have a good management for the class. For example, several activities, is it for the whole class, or it is better for a group work or per work or individual? It depends on the kinds of the lesson or the material, and should be matched to the activities. And then giving learners feedback on their learning. And then checking learners' understanding. How can the teacher check the students' understanding? How? By asking questions maybe, or by testing them, or from their gestures. Is it possible for us to see the students' understanding from the gestures or from the face mimics? Yeah,
I think so, ma'am.
Yeah, for us.
Yes.
Yeah, because yeah, a lot of us are the teacher. Of course, we know whether the students understand or not about our materials. If all of the students are silent, keep silence after we explain the material, there are 2 possibilities. All of the students understand about the lesson, or not. None of the students understand. Ya, kalau diam semuanya kan, they understand all or none of the students understand. Okay, and then guiding the learners to practice. Yeah, it is possible. It is important for the teacher to know the students' understanding by doing practice. The students practice. Okay, give the task or the assignment for the students. And then monitoring the learner's language use. Okay, it is also related to the practice, yeah, and the use of the language. And then making transition from one task to another. And then the last one, using teaching resources effectively. It relates to the media or the sources that is used by the teacher. Is it in form of the textbook, DVDs, whiteboard, computer softwares, or any kinds of media? The more media or the resources used by the teacher, the more experience the students can get from the teachers, from the lesson. Okay. Nah, these are some skills that should be known by the teacher. Okay, next, it is important for the teacher to make improvisation. So, there are some principles based on, according to Bailey and Noonan, related to improvisation. The first one is serving the common good. And then teach to the moment, furthering the lesson, accommodating different individual learning styles, promoting students' involvement, distribute the work. Yeah. What is the use of improvisation? Bu Linda, do you have any idea? What is the use of improvisation in teaching the students?
My improve teaching, just make a game
Game,
puzzle.
game or puzzle. Yeah. So what is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
use? Yeah. What is the use in general? What is the advantage of giving improvisation to the students? As you said just now, you give puzzle or game to the students. What is the advantages for the students?
My student is very happy to learn English.
Very happy and the lesson is not monotone. Yeah.
Yes, and can make it vocabulary maybe just little, but
Yeah, can increase students' vocabulary. Yeah. Improvisation. You need to make improvisation from the lesson plan. Yeah, it is different from the lesson plan. You improve something different based on the situation. When the students get bored, you can improve the way you teach the students, or you can change the media. For example, in reading the text and the students feel bored, and you can make the games or give the quiz for the students. You make the improvisation in teaching. There are some things that you can do actually. Okay. Nah, there are some stages in development of expertise in teaching, according to Berliner, 1998. The first stage is novice. Novice is the beginner teacher. Yeah, this is from the beginner, the teacher levels and learn each element of the classroom task. And the second stage is advanced beginner. And then after advanced beginner is the competent teacher. The competent teacher able to make conscious choices about the action, to set priorities. Now, in this stage, the teacher know from the experience. Of course, the competent teachers has a large experience, a lot of experience about teaching. From the experience, the teacher learn about what is important and what is not important. The teacher can know how to deal with the errors. how to solve the problems related to the students' habits, maybe. That's the competent teacher. And then stage 4, proficient. Nah, in this stage, intuition and knowledge begin to ferment. The teacher has intuition and knowledge based on the experience and the knowledge. Okay. The teacher pick up information from the classroom and can predict events with precision. Proficient means that the teacher can solve the problem with a correct decision. And then the last one, stage 5. It is the expert teacher. The teacher has an intuitive grasp of situation. The teachers are likely to have difficulty in describing their thinking because it is his or her routine. It is not difficult for the expert teacher to teach the students, not always strict to the lesson plan. Now, there are some stages in the development of expertise in teaching. Pak Mahmud, I believe that Bu Linda and Bu Armey also the expert teachers. Yeah.
No, not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. So how do you think? In what stage do you feel now, Pak Mahmud?
I think I'm still in the level or stage 3.
3 competent teachers. Yeah. How about
Me too.
you, Bu Armey?
Me
Competent
too.
teachers. Yeah.
I think I am a competent teacher, ma'am, but not expert yet.
Not expert.
Not yet.
Okay. So who is the expert teacher?
I think you are the expert teacher, ma'am, because
Of
you've been
course not.
teaching. Yeah, you've been teaching teacher.
Yeah, but you have a lot of experience to teach the students and also have a lot of what else? Workshop maybe or seminar related to teaching the students. You use the language with the context, ya Bu Armey.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Nah, actually there are some language-specific competencies that the language teacher needs in order to teach effectively. These are the abilities to mastered by the teacher. The first one is provide good language models, maintain use of English in the classroom, give explanation and instruction in English, be able to provide examples of words and grammatical structures, give accurate explanations of meanings of English words and grammatical items, be able to use and adapt authentic English language resources in teaching, authentic materials, newspaper, magazine, or the internet, and then monitor one's own speech and writing for accuracy, give correct feedback, provide input, and be able to engage in improvisational teaching. Okay, now the process of teacher development. The knowledge base of language teaching, the first thing that you have to know is content knowledge. What is content knowledge? Content knowledge is what the teachers need to know about and what they teach and constitute knowledge that would not be shared with the teachers of other subject areas. For example, we are English teachers. Of course, we have to know the content related to English subject. Nah, that's content knowledge. Nah, there are two kinds of content knowledge. The first one is disciplinary knowledge. It is a circumscribed body of the knowledge. Now, this is related to the content like second language learning, history of the language. So it is a part of provisional education and doesn't translate directly into practical teaching skills. This is related to the theories, yeah, disciplinary knowledge related to the theories, not practical. Nah, the second